Today's the gym tour. Now we have all the equipment. You guys can see it all behind me, but we're gonna go through each piece because I've had a few questions on what I've gotten and what I'm going to get. So there's still 2 pieces missing, but we'll get to that as we go. But we're actually gonna start behind you. We're gonna rotate around here real quick. We got stall bars. My mobility and my stretchability hasn't been at the absolute best in the world. So as I get older, this has been great to help me stretch. So we finally got that up on the wall. We did like a custom wooden backboard mount thing here that I made so that I could put these against the wall. This is the Rogue stall bars. This thing is not, or the studs are not the same distance that they need to be in order for this to get added onto the wall. Rogue doesn't sell a wall mount specific the way that I wanted it to be on here. So I actually bought these. These are from Stray Dog Strength. They're actually upright connectors. I'll get the right, I'll put somewhere around here, I'll put the right name of them, but I put those up there so that they could be mounted as close to the wall as possible. So that's what that's for. We also have the gym timer. It's right above to the left of the stall bars. And right here, this is here for now. This isn't gonna be here forever. Because we plan on moving, I'll show you this all in a second. We plan on moving the deadlift platform over here to this wall because it always gets in the way when we're playing basketball or volleyball. It kind of gets in the way, but this is the Prime open trap bar. I've had a few people that have worked out here and, well, over the years with me, and they've done deadlift, and deadlift is really hard to learn because you have to keep the bar in front of you and you can't have your hands right to your side. So for people learning, I got this so that I could help them. Also for myself, obviously, because I like cool toys. So I could do either farmer's carries, walking lunges with it, or just lunges with it in general. But if you've ever seen one of these, I'll show you real quick. You can load it like this, up on the side, put it up on the side. Wow, that's probably really loud for you guys. That's loud for me, but it's easily loadable. I don't think that helped. But the whole point is you don't have to have a jack stand for it. You can load it like that. Then you put it back down. The advantage to having the Prime one, what was advantageous about having the Prime Fitness open trap bar, is that you can actually change the handle height. That also moves right here, up or down, boom, boom. So if you want to get deeper into your deadlift, you can put it all the way down there. And then you just, deadlift like so. The handles are really balanced too. It doesn't go forward or backwards like some of them that are out there. And then also, if you don't have as much mobility yet, you can do it from the top. So it's a little bit higher of a deadlift, but so that's that. That's here. We'll put it back where it belongs over here. Oh, I also have 2 different handles for it. For people wanting to do not so much grip strength and just want to be able to pull it, there's this version, which is the, I don't know which one this is called, but these are the cause handles. They have the different width to them. These also help with grip strength or building grip strength. Those are over here. Try not to breathe too hard. For someone that works out, shouldn't be getting out of breath this easily. This is all the stuff from the old house. It's all against this wall. Wasn't necessarily planned that way, and it's not over here because it's old. It just is the place that it is. So GHD version 2, I can talk, we're doing great. Rogue Echo. This is my Rogue limited edition rack. I don't think they sell this version, but you can get all these pieces and put it together, but it's not the same as it was but as it is now, you can't get this version. And this is like 2006, 2007, I got this. I got the rower over here. It doesn't get a lot of meters on it. I think cardio nowadays has turned into volleyball and basketball, but used to use it a lot. There's random stuff on the floor. I'll show you guys what that is later. We won't talk about that right at this very moment. I have a bench for this. This one has a Thompson fat pad. This is a utility bench 2.0 or 3.0 or whatever that is. We'll get to the bars, but I have one Rogo How bar here. I think I have 1,000 pounds of the steel. I want to say these are steel or iron plates. It's just the silver version that Rogue has. Half of those are on this rack. The other half is on the belt squat, which we'll get to in just a second. I have another bench here. This is the old utility bench with just a standard pad. And I did some, check this out. It was heavy when I had the Thompson fat pad on it, but I put these little rolly things, got those from Home Depot so I could roll it around. It doesn't have the convenient handle that the utility benches, the new ones have, so it's harder to move around. I'll probably end up selling this once I sell this piece. Well, let me preface this real quick. This is either going to become a shelf. I'm gonna put some plywood on the backside and put some of the things that we have in the gym right now on the floor on it to be a shelf, or, because I mean, it would be an expensive shelf if I did that, or I'm gonna sell it and then get a shelf, because right here is going to be either, you haven't seen it yet, but the functional trainer over there by Prime is over there, but I'm getting just the regular standalone functional trainer. And I might put it here, or the Prime extension curl combo, one of those two things. They're on their way, they'll be here in February. It's a 36-week wait for those. I still have like half the time left to wait for them, so that's where they'll be going here, so that might be sold for that. I have a Matador for both the light rack and the monster rack, which is over there, which we are also getting to. This is a belt squat. I did a few different things with it because I use it differently than it comes, I guess. I added a pull-up bar so I could do weighted pull-ups. I added a rack here, so if I want to do squats still but not load my back, I could put a really light bar up here or just the bar, and I could still squat weight with it. I put spotter arms as well. A couple other things you can do with that is put the utility seat across this and do leg extensions, and there's a bunch of other fun things. I also changed, or not changed, but added this. I got this off of a guy named, I think his name's Pro Tim. He's on Instagram, but when you raise, or you take the weight off of, you take the pressure off of the weight horn, it automatically pulls this back for you. And then, you know, whatever you're doing, you don't have to worry about touching this or anything like that. It does it for you. So anyways, yeah, I put a 6-inch peg and a 12-inch peg on here to hold weights. I only use 10s and 45s because all the other little incremental things for this machine specifically is not necessary. And if I absolutely want to go up small increments, I can go grab those. Oh, this is my only Oak Club manufacturing piece. It's called the, I don't know what it's called, but I'll put the name of that somewhere conveniently for you right here as well. But we use this for calf raises, you know. You can always just go right here. I understand that, I know that, but Oak Club manufacturing is really expensive and they're really cool, so I just wanted at least one piece in my gym. That's the piece. It stores conveniently right there. Right across from the belt squat, we have the combo rack. This has been so good for me specifically because everybody else uses the other racks, and this usually is my rack by myself. And the only one thing that I would say about this that's kind of sucks, like everything about it is really good, really well made, works really well. I can move this back and forth here because the roller J cups on both the squat and the bench. What's good about it is that you can position yourself really well. You can consistently be in the exact same place. You can change the uprights up and down. All the things about it are really cool. The only thing is changing it out from bench to squat. this bench is not easy to move in and out. So it's really a two-person thing. I do it by myself. I have a little roller that I put on it to roll it in and out, but it's an awesome bench. I recommend it, and it's the cheapest one, I think. I think it's the cheapest one with the best utility and the best built cost-wise up and down. There's some that are cheaper but aren't built as well, and then there's some more expensive, but they're built just as good or better, but like it's not worth the cost. Anyways, best one in my opinion, but it might seem like I'm a Rogue fan. I just have always got them and it's always worked for me. Oh, this is the Texas Power Bar Bench Bar. I have the Texas Power Bar Deadlift in white, bench in black, and then squat is right here in tungsten, I believe. This is the Rogue RM6. So the front is a 4-foot section, the back is a 2-foot section. When I got the belt squat, I actually made this, I bought an RM3. And what I did with that was I changed this out to be an RM3. So this is actually an RM7 for those of you that understand what I'm talking about. So it's actually 7 feet long because I wanted space in between here. I have the calibrated plates on this side. One of the things I just talked about was I was gonna move this bench, the combo rack, and turn it this way, because right now when I load it, I have to put some weight here and then walk around it to put the other weight there. So if it's even with this, it'd be a lot more convenient. I'll put that there. But anyways, I have this bar, which goes onto this bench on a little, I forget what that's called too. Anyways, it's a bar holder. It's a horizontal bar holder by Rogue. I switched this bar out back and forth between here, so it's close by. I had it on the combo rack, but then it was just in the way of the arms. I had it right on the side, but the bar was right here, so it got in the way, so that didn't work. So that's where that lives. Also, straight dog strength, for those of you guys wondering, because I've had people ask about this one specifically. It's just a triple weight holder. It holds 10s, 5s, 2.5s, and actually I have the 1.25s on here very conveniently in a smaller space. Otherwise you would have had to go here, 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 and here, or like on the opposite side, like I did with the 25-pound weights. Got the monoliths here. You don't have to move, it's a monolift. So if you lift the bar up, it goes out of your way, and then you can do your squats. But I'm curling in the squat rack because, you know, that's allowed. It's my house, I can do what I want. I wanted to replace all of my Rogue Ohio bars with something better, so I didn't really replace them. I still have them. They're my beater bars now. This is a stainless Ohio bar, and hopefully that does a lot better and holds up better than the other ones. But the other ones, actually I got those out of the Boneyard, again with that rack, 2006, 2007. They were like $250, and then this was a lot more expensive than that, but it's holding up very well. Best bar in terms of like Rogue bars. So also, when I bought that extra rack, the RM3, I also bought the, I'm gonna get to why in a second. I also bought the RM3 with this belt squat, and then the belt squat had these arms on it. They were extra, so they were sitting around. So I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do with these things? I bought the 9-bar holder, and I had the extra RM2 pieces from the RM6. And somehow my brain said, oh, let me put this together. So I had these keyhole, I can't pull it out right now. Anyways, the keyhole gun rack holders. And what I do with this is I also put another set of the Stray Dog triple weight holders here. And then when I want to load up for like barbell curls or any other small barbell stuff, I put them here, I load them up, and then also do curls here because we got to do curls multiple times in, that was loud, in one gym tour. Otherwise, what kind of gym tour would it be? Got a couple random kettlebells, some handles, but let's talk about this because this is one of my favorite pieces. It's like the only back piece currently here besides, you know, dumbbells, which we'll get to, and anything else rows, but this does everything. I used to have a Rep Fitness, the first functional trainer they had. It was pretty good, but it wasn't heavy enough. Like I couldn't, lift enough weight. So that one only went to 210 per side. And I had one straight bar that went across, and you had to pull both sides. So really, even when you're pulling both sides, it was only 210 total because it was 2-to-1. This one, oh, by the way, this is the Prime Fitness HLP selectorized rack, is what it is. But it also has a functional trainer. It's a functional trainer as well. I mean, I don't know how else to explain that. This one has weight stacks to 350, and the high pull is 1-to-1, and the low pull that can move up and down is 2-to-1. So this does everything that, if I were to recommend one piece of equipment for everybody, this would be it. I mean, I hate to say that, you know, if you bought a Rogue rack, you would also have to find some way to do pulling movements, which we didn't have for a while because we didn't have this because this came late. This had like a 10-12 week wait time or shipping time, so that took a while to get this one. But this would do everything because you can still, like, I have all the attachments for it. You could still put safety bars, which I have, a set of safety bars, and the J cups as well, and use this as a regular rack. But then you also have the ability to do all of your pulling movements. I have the cos handles as well. I have the whole handles package. It's all conveniently stored right here. So that's the other thing. If you want an all-in-one system that sits in one place that can do everything that you need to do, this would be it. You would get a barbell, and then they also have pegs that you can put back here for weights. So you could do free weight stuff in the back, and then you have pulley stuff. And then another cool thing is about this is that since it's 2-to-1, wow. They also have band pegs here, so you can do accommodating resistance. You can add resistance. I think this is for the bands, but you can also probably put chains on here as well. I don't know how well that will work if you want to do that, but there's a thing here for chains. And I'll show you some B-roll in a second on this, but the roller for this system is the smoothest roller I've ever used on like a home gym piece. And I wouldn't even consider this necessarily a home gym piece. It is for sure commercial, but it's in our home. Another cool thing is if any of you are familiar with Bear Steel makes these pegs. This is the short one. They have a longer one that's like this long, but you can add weight to this. So this is weird because it goes to 350, but the first one is 10, then it goes to 20 or 30, then it goes to 50. So it's like 20-pound increments. And we use this. We put it in here. So now it's 2.5. And if you want to add more weight to it, to get the middle weights, so let's say you just want to add 10 pounds, you can get a 10-pounder and go up a 10-pound increment, or you can go up a 5-pound increment. So I recommend that for anybody that has a pulley machine that goes even up 10 pounds at a time. If you want to do the 5-pound increment, that's perfect because that's 2.5 pounds. You just put that on with a 2.5 pounder, and you went up 5 pounds, or whatever. You know, you do the adding. I'm not good at math. Okay. It also has lat pull down seat, and it holds you down so you can lift whatever weight you need to lift and not worry about lifting off of the seat. So that's perfect. Oh, and then of course we have to have this. This is for, I'll show you how it goes on. Let's put this on real quick. This goes like this. And then you put this down here. And then you just put a bench right here, and then you can do, you know, your low rows with that. So, like I'm saying, whoa, you're over there. This has everything you need, and we have all the different attachments for it. So, definitely, if I would recommend one piece in here, it would either be this, or it would be the dumbbell set, which is right here. This was one of the hardest things to put together. Actually, this was already put together, the actual rack. We just have to unbox every single individual dumbbell and stick it out. We have 5 all the way to 150 on the other side of the gym. And I'd probably say these get the most like use. And when we have a bunch of people here, like 3, 4, 5 people at a time, this is one of the easiest things to use because you don't have to switch anything. Everybody has their own weight. Rarely do we have someone that lifts the exact same weight, gets the most use. So I love those. Also, for our plyo days, we have the plyo box jumps over here, which are fun. Also by Rogue. And then we have this no-name brand wooden plyo boxes over here that these hurt if you mess up. So they don't get as much use. They used to get a lot of use. I used to do my belt squats with these with like a little attachment on the belt. And so like, you know, hey, everybody has a start. This was mine. Yes. I have 2 gym mirrors. You guys can see those here. They're from Light Mirror. They're not actually real mirrors. It's like a really thin metal that's stretched across. I don't know what the material is behind there. It's like some kind of like foam core, but it's really thick. The whole thing weighs maybe 10 pounds, but we've hit it a few times with like a volleyball or like a basketball from the gym over there. I don't know why. I didn't hit it. My kids, they missed or shot or hit the volleyball in here, and it's hit them before and it doesn't break. So that was the reason why I got these, because regular glass would have broken. What else? We've got the Prime adjustable bench and also the Rogue adjustable bench. That's the 3.0. The leg holder ab thing is over there off in the corner somewhere. And I think that's it. Oh, we're gonna go see the deadlift platform also. That's the very last thing. But this is the kitchenette. I think you guys seen this in a different video already, but that's it. So maybe I'll feature it again in some other video. Last 2 things or 3 things. You guys have seen the basketball court / volleyball court already, but here's the deadlift platform. Deadlift platform is by Rogue. The utility weight holders are over here. Those are the 3.0s. Those are also by Rogue. Deadlift jack, also by Rogue. This is the Rogue deadlift bar in Cerakote, black, also by Rogue. I also have, I don't know how much weight I have in the competition bumper plates, but I'll put the number right here on how much weight I have of that. And also the competition steel or calibrated steel plates. I'll also put that conveniently right here, how much pounds I got in that. But what I did with this is just put 2 stall mats in here. I know the home gym community loves stall mats. I didn't want to put an actual platform in here because just didn't want to do the work, to be honest. So I just put those in. They fit perfectly. So if you had 2 stall mats, you buy this platform, they fit right in there with ease. I think that's it. I think that's all. There's a bunch of like small things that I probably didn't talk about. There's probably little things that you guys saw that you're like, oh, what's that? But I didn't talk about it. But I'm sure at some point you'll see that. We'll post more workout videos and stuff of us doing things in here, and you guys can hang out with us then. But for now, that is the entire home gym tour. I'm sure somebody's gonna ask how much it costs. Maybe I'll do a cost analysis video, but man, with the way gym prices are these days and the way things change, I could give you a price, but it doesn't matter because by the time you end up buying things, it's gonna change. And I also got a slight discount for buying in bulk, which I'm sure most people will not buy this much stuff at one time. But anyways, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for checking out my gym. It is a dream gym for sure. And hope to see you guys in the next video.